absolute glory. Don't do it.
Balaram Jayanti Mahotsav ki Jai. This is not everyone. Shri Balaram Jayanti Mahotsav ki Jai. So all glories to the little-known king of Vrindavan. And I'm going to try and make this as concise and adventurous as possible because there's so many kids. I feel like we have to make sure we don't lose them. So for all the kids. Om Ajnanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashchatyadi Shatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Pancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. There are prayers to Lord Balaram. When he is first born, Vyasadeva journeys all the way to Vrindavan to see what Garga Samhita calls the child Anantashesh. So Anantashesh is usually very large, a little terrifying. My Guru Maharaj says that we don't really understand the gravity of what Anantashesh looks like. For me, I look at Anantashesh behind Lord Nrsingadev, everything is fine. We're really, really happy to see him, but he is a fire-breathing, many hooded serpent. And how many times have we seen a snake and been caught off guard? I don't know. A lot of the older generation than me, they like to sound like, it's a snake, it's no problem. But I have a healthy fear and hesitation toward the snakes. But Anantadev, everybody's very, very happy to see him. So when this Anantadev now is a child, which is something that is hardly ever witnessed, Vyasadeva goes to see him. So I'll begin with those prayers and then it'll be a little bit of a Lila Kirtan. Because if anyone knows me, I can't talk for very long without doing some sort of kirtan, so why not? Deva Dideva Bhagavan Kamapala Namostute Namo Nantaya Sheshaya Shakshadramaya Te Namah Daradaraya Purnaya Swadamne Shirapanaye Sahasrasirase Nityam Nama Sankarshanaya Te Revati Ramana Twande Baladevachyuta Graja Halayuda Pralambagna Pahimam Purushottama Balaya Balabhadraya Talankaya Namo Namah Nilambaraya Goraya Rohineyaya Te Namah Dhenukari Mushtikari Kutari Balvanantakaha Rukmyari Kupakarnari Kumbandari Stamevahi Kalindi Vedanasitvam Hastinapura Karshakaha Dvividari Yadavendra Vrajamandala Mandana Kansa Vratra Prahantasi Tirthayatra Kara Prabhu Duryodhana Guru Shakshat Pahivam Purushottama Jaya Jaya Chitavedeva Paratpara Swayamananta Digantakatam Yashaha Suramanindra Panindra Varayate Masaline Baline Haline Namaha Iha Patat Satatam Stavanam Tuya Satu Hare Paramam Padama Vrajat Jagati Sarva Balam Tarimardanam Bhavati Tasya Jaya Sajanam Danam. Gazing at Lord Balaram in the cradle, Vyas, struck with wonder, bowed down and then prayed. O Master of the demigods, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Lord who grants desires, obeisances to you. Obeisances to you who are Lord Anantashesh. Obeisances to you who are directly Lord Ram. Obeisances to you, Lord Sankarshan, the maintainer of the earth, perfect and complete, effulgent and glorious, holding a plow in your hands, and having 1,000 heads. Obeisances to you, who are known as Bala and Balabhadra, and who displays a palm tree flag. Obeisances to you, Rohini's fair complexioned son, dressed in blue garments. You are the enemy of Denuka, Mushti, Kuta, Rukmi, Kupakarna, and Kumbanda. You put an end to Valvala. You divided the Jamuna and dragged Hastinapur. You are the enemy of Divida the gorilla. You are the king of the Yadavas and the decoration of Braj. You are the killer of Kamsa's brothers, a pilgrim who goes to holy places, the supreme master and the teacher of Duryodhana. O Lord, please protect the world. O infallible Lord, O greater than the greatest, O Lord Ananta, O Lord whose fame is spread everywhere, glory unto you. Obeisances to you who holds a plow and a club and are the master of the demigods, great sages, and celestial serpents. One who regularly reads, or recites, or even hears these prayers attains Lord Hari's supreme abode. Even while in this world, he attains all strength and crushes his enemies. He attains victory, wealth, and followers. After circumambulating Lord Balaram and bowing down before him 100 times in the company of the foremost sages, Vyas Muni, the son of Parashara, and Satyavati went to the Saraswati River. So when I was thinking about this lecture, I thought where to begin. And then I thought, well, I guess at the beginning. So we've kind of begun at the beginning. Of course, we all know Bhumi Devi was very, very upset with the status of the earth. She takes the form of a cow, and she goes to see Govinda. She does, but who does she take with her? She has to go see somebody else first. Her immediate supervisor. She goes to see Lord Brahma.
Yes.
And then Lord Brahma says we should all go pray to Govinda. Actually, first, they say, let us go see Lord Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu, Garga Samhita tells, that Lord Vishnu says, this is a problem that is too big even for me. Let us go to Goloka, the land of the cows, and let us go find Krishna. If he will incarnate in his completely manifest form, then maybe we'll have some hope. And so they all arrive at the gates to Goloka Vrindavan, and they encounter guards. But these guards are gopis. One gopi, her name is Shatachandranana, which means that she is effulgent like thousands of moons. And she says, stop! Who are all of you people? And they say, well, we are all the Devatas. And Bhumi, myself, I'm Brahma. Which Brahma? I don't know any other Brahma. It's just me. I'm the only Brahma that there is. And she begins to laugh. And her friend guard, who's also Gopi, also begins to laugh. She says, Sakhi. He thinks he's the only Brahma. How will I know where you're from if you don't tell me which Brahma you are? Which universe do you rule? That is like your address. Finally, Lord Vishnu steps forward. He says, humbly, if I may, which is incredible. Lord Vishnu, the maintainer and preserver of the entire universe, now speaks to the gopis and says, humbly, if I may offer some advice. We are from the planetary system where Lord Vamanadev's toenail has pierced the covering of the earth, and the Ganges has flowed from the toes of Anantadev. We are from that earthly realm. This Shatachandranana looks at Lord Vishnu and says, he's intelligent. He can come in. So Lord Vishnu says, well, if I can enter, can all of my friends also enter? I suppose, if they're all with you, then they can all enter. And as they enter, Lord Vishnu and all of the other Vishnu incarnations immediately enter into the body of Lord Krishna. They find Lord Krishna seated with Srimati Radharani, and they start to make their appeal, begging the Lord to make his advent. We might be wondering why we're talking about this on the advent of Lord Balaram, but you can't have Balaram without Krishna. So it's okay, because it makes him happy. And so, all of the incarnations of Lord Vishnu enter into the body of Lord Krishna, and they make their appeal, oh please, my Lord, please, will you make your advent? Krishna says, of course I'll go. All of you demigods should also go. Radharani, you should also come. However, Radharani says, no, I can't go. Krishna says, well, this is a big problem. I don't want to go without you. She says, well, I can't go where there is no Govardhan hills. I can't go where there is no Sri Vrindavan Dham. I can't go without the land of the cows. So Krishna says, no problem. Vrindavan Dham will manifest completely. And who is the source of that Sri Vrindavan Dham? Balaram. So Balaram has advented as Sri Vrindavan Dham itself. And as Balaram enters into the womb of Devaki, we have heard, makes it appear as though she has a miscarriage. And then he is transferred from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. He becomes known as Rohini Nandan. And so, because he was transferred from one womb to another, because he likes to bring people together, he's known as Sankarshan. Srila Prabhupada states that Sankarshan is actually the principle of gravity. Srila Prabhupada says science will call it gravity, but that thing which is attracting everyone to everything and holding everything together on this planet is actually the potency of Sankarshan. He who brings forces together. And so Anantadev is cleverly holding up all of the planetary systems on his hood, and he feels it as nothing more than one mustard seed. If any of us were to balance a mustard seed on our hair, some of us have less hair than others, but if you have a lot of hair like Keshava, you don't feel it. Right? If we were to put a mustard seed on Keshava's hair, you would never feel it. And it says, even more easy than that is Balaram, Anantadev, holding up all of this planetary systems on one singular hood. At one point, Anantadev asks the Lord, oh my Lord, you've desired that I should hold up all of these planetary systems, but for how long should I hold them up? I'm getting tired. And in fact, when I get tired, I start to sink down. And if I'm sinking down, all of the planetary systems will sink down. What will happen? The Lord said, don't worry. I will appear as Kurmadev beneath you. And I will give you a sound foundation. So you rest on me, and then you hold up all of the planets. And Anantadev said, but for how long? I'll be here for so long. The Lord said, well, you have unlimited hoods. You should chant my names and my glories with all of those hoods. And when you come to the end of chanting all of those glories, you can put everything down. And when you desire to put everything down, all you have to do is manifest a slight crease in your eyebrows. He frowns slightly. His eyebrows draw together slightly. And from that slight frowning of Anantadev comes a great fire. And within that fire is manifest Lord Rudra, Mahadev himself, and all of the Rudras, who then will destroy all of the planetary systems. But he said, but first, chant all the names and glories. When you come to the end, we can handle that when that happens. And so Anantadev has been chanting the glories and the names of Shri Krishna ever since, and he hasn't come to the end yet, thankfully. Or unthankfully. I had a conversation with Kadamba Kanana Maharaj. We were standing in Vrindavan. I said, "How are you, Maharaj?" He said, "The doctors tell me I have over 100 tumors in my lungs." I said, I don't like this. He looked and he said, "Acyuta Gopi, do we really want to stay in the material world?" And I gave the good devotee answer, "No, Maharaj." Well then, if we really feel that, then we have to go sometime. He said, "Better sooner than later." And then he went and led 3 hours of kirtan and then gave another 2-hour lecture after that. So Anantadev is tirelessly chanting the glories of the Lord, never giving up his service for even a moment. In fact, he's called Shesha. Shesha means whatever is remaining. And Anantadev likes to do so much service for Krishna that he's called Ananta Shesh, because even what is remaining he'll find and then perform that service. This is our Balaram. So we have absolutely no taste for any devotional service at all if it's not for Balaram. We can't even enter into the realm of Vrindavan without Balaram's mercy and approval. So hopefully we can journey a little bit through Vrindavan and see what we find. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Lakshman was Sri Ram's younger brother. This is the potency of Sri Balaram. And Lakshman was regularly, dutifully doing all of his service. There was no service that Lakshman would not do. There was only one seva that Lakshman could not bear to face. One day, Sri Ram says to Lakshman, "Lakshman, Sita desires to visit the forest again. Take her to the forest and leave her." Lakshman thought, "How is this possible? I've done so much service. She's just like my mother. We've gone through an entire battle with a 10-headed demon just to get her back, and now you want me to take her to the forest and leave her there? Impossible." It was at that moment that Lakshman made a particular promise. Never will I be the younger brother ever again. Never will I be following all of the rules of my elder brother's whims. I will be the older brother next time. And so, Balaram is older than Krishna. Because he realized following all the whims of Krishna is not a great idea. I have to have some autonomy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Bolo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Balaram was born, and his face looked more brilliant than the full moon. In fact, our acharyas say that to compare his face to the moon would be an insult to the beauty that was Balaram. They say his cheeks were like opals, like precious gems. He had curling locks of dark black hair that went to just above his shoulders. All of his limbs, Mother Rohini looked at the child, and at first she thought, is this my child? Or is this a basket of gemstones? Rubies where there should be hands? All kinds of wonderful stones. Is this a crystal mountain? Or is this my son? And then she thought, is this my son, or is this a basket of fruits? Pomegranate seeds for tea? What is this child? And so it said that she didn't even know that she had given birth to a baby for a long time because she kept comparing him to so many wonderful, wonderful things. So Balaram was born. And then he did nothing. He simply would sit, he would not speak to anyone. He would not react if anyone called his name. He simply sat waiting. Until Mother Yashoda would come and say, "Oh Rohini, let me hold my son." Mother Yashoda at this point still had Krishna within her womb. And when she would pick up Balaram, he would close his eyes and smile, only reacting when he was back close to Krishna. But once he was far away, completely inert. He would do absolutely nothing. And so finally, on the advent of Lord Krishna, Sri Balaram was so happy. He also began to cry out in ecstasy. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna and Balaram were a little bit older, ready to crawl around, sometimes taking faltering steps, confusing everyone in the three planetary systems because is this God? God who needs his mother and father's hand to walk? Is this the strongest of the strong, Balaram? And somehow he falters and stumbles and falls on his little knees and then he cries. Who is this? And one day, Krishna sat in a very, very solitary place. And he looked at the dust of Vrindavan. And it was wet with all of the milk from the cows. And Krishna thought, I should taste it. And so Krishna, with his little hands, scoops up little handfuls of Brajraj, the dust and the mud of Vrindavan. And he expertly scoops it into his mouth. looks at Krishna and says, "Oh no, what are you doing?" Krishna, with his mouth full of the dust of Vrindavan, refuses to even answer. I'm the Lord of the universe, let me do what I do. Balaram got a little angry with this. I didn't become the older brother for this. To be ignored? I know what to do. Balaram was also a little angry. He says, "I am known as Dharani Dara. I'm the holder of the earth planet. I've come to protect the entire earth, and if you eat it all, what will be left for me to do?" No more. And he runs. "Oh Maya! Your son, your delicate lotus flower, is eating all the dust of Braj. She's going to get sick." Mother Yashoda comes. "Oh la la! What are you doing? Are you eating dirt?" And Krishna, the wonderful, absolute truth, the epitome of all truthfulness, the one from whom all truth emanates. His mother looks at him and says, "Are you eating dirt?" And he can't open his mouth because there's still dirt in it. He says, "Really? You haven't eaten any dirt?" Finally, she says, "Oh, well, if you haven't eaten any dirt, then just open your mouth." And Krishna, of course, opens his mouth, and Mother Yashoda is stunned to see the entire universe held within. Krishna thought, "What wrong did I do? I was eating the dirt because Nanda Maharaj said I have several mothers. You are one of them. And I drink your milk all the time. They told me the earth was also my mother. And so, because the earth was wet with milk, I thought, let me drink her milk also. Why am I being scolded?" Mother Yashoda says, "This is not correct at all." Krishna says, well then, I'm always bound by the love of my devotees. And because all of my devotees walk on the dust of Braj, I thought, let me taste all of their mercy. This is our Krishna. Finally, he says, "And now, if you have some problem, you know that you have become Vrindavan itself. I simply wanted to give pleasure to you by tasting some of your mercy." Balaram is not happy. But Krishna is very, very mischievous. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Once, at the end of Chaturmas, during the month of Kartik, Krishna decides to steal butter and yogurt, yes? And Mother Yashoda catches him and ties him up with rope, and thus he is known as Damodar. However, as Krishna is running from Mother Yashoda, he is crying out like somebody is trying to kill him. "Oh, Braj, help! Oh, parents, help me! Mother is chasing me with a stick! Someone help!" Finally, he calls out, "Oh, Rohini Maya, help!" Rohini is not there. She had gone to another forest to prepare for Indra Puja. And she took Balaram with her. And so now Krishna is running, "Rohini Maya, help! Dauji, help! You are my protector! Who can save me if not you?" But Dauji is nowhere to be found. Krishna is tied up with ropes. There are 2 fingers too short, but finally, Mother Yashoda is able to bind her little Gopal. And when Mother Rohini and Balaram return, Krishna refuses to speak to them. your very life and you were gone. Balaram says, well, who can challenge me? Tell me, right now, who has tied you up? I will untie you right this moment. Don't they know about my prowess? I'm the most strong person in the entire universe. I will untie you. Who's done it? Krishna said, Maya. Who? Maya. She tied me up and then she left me here. Balaram said, well, this requires some delicate negotiation. And then he called out, oh Maya! And Krishna said, Balaram, you're calling me? Says, don't you know who I am? Who are you? I am the source of all Vishnus. Sheshanag and all the Vishnus come from me. And don't you know he is the source of all the Vishnu tattvas? Nrsingadev is his expansion. All of them are his expansion. Don't you know just when I furrow my eyebrows, Mahadev comes out and he destroys the whole universe? Really? Yes, Maya, I'm telling you the truth. Nobody can do battle with me. So, you should untie him right now. Yashoda says, why are all these incarnations taking birth only in my house? You are the source of all incarnations. Yes, Maya, you hear thunder and you run for me. You tell me, Maya, I can't sleep, tell me a bedtime story. You need my assistance to walk a few steps. And you are the source of all incarnations. You get away from here or I'll tie you up too. Balaram is so upset he begins to cry. Because now he's powerless. And he goes back to Krishna and says, I told you about this stealing. I told you so many times, stop this thievery. I tried to lead you on the most righteous path. And you don't listen to me. Now look what happened to you. This is your own fault. No one can save you. You know what? If you had listened to me, I would untie you. But because you didn't listen to me, stay where you are. Serves you right, I'm leaving. So this is our Balaram. Who can outmaneuver him in argument? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Our Balaram is so wonderful that sometimes he would tell Krishna, you know, Kana, you ever notice anything strange about your family? What's strange about my family? Nanda Baba is very fair, like a sandalwood tree. Yashoda Maya, she's bluish, but still quite fair. Usually, the combination of fair and fair makes more fair. You're quite dark. There's a secret. Krishna's wondering. A secret? About your birth? They bought you at the market. They went to a market and they purchased you. You're not even really their son, you're adopted. And then Balaram would walk away to enjoy the rest of his afternoon. And Krishna's heartbroken. Not their son. So he goes home. Maya, no, not Maya. Maya, Dauji said, I'm not your son. I should have thought, no. Of course you're my son. Look, we're the same color blue. No, you leave right this instant? No, you can't leave. Tell me what I should do, and I'll help you. Well, get me married right away. Kana, what kind of solution is this? You're 3.5 years old. Get you married? Yes, Maya. Get me married right away to the most beautiful woman in creation, and then Dauji will tell me, Dao will say, Kana, you are adopted, and I'll say, no, I have a beautiful wife, and what do you have? Nothing. Get me married right now. You should listen. Well, if you think you should be married, who should I get you married to? Kana said, I'm such a small boy. I don't know about all of these matters. This happens between elders and all of the heads of my family. But I've heard that usually elders should marry the children of people that they're very friendly with. I don't know much. I'm small. But I do know that you are good friends with Kirtidamaya. So maybe, if you get me married to her daughter, Radharani, then I can tell Dao, I have the most beautiful wife in creation and you have nothing. She thought, okay, Kana, I'll get you married right after you take your nap. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Last pastime. Once, Krishna and Balaram and all of their cowherd friends said, let's play hide and seek. And so they were all hiding, everyone was seeking, and the cowherd boy Sridama went and hid in a cave of Govardhan Hill. And he went and hid in a cave, and then fell asleep. And he waited. Any moment now, Krishna and Balaram will come and find me. And he napped happily in that cave until one day he heard someone calling to him. Oh, Sridama! Sridama! Where are you? Sridama! Sridama came out of the cave. He said, someone is calling me? He heard a voice. He said, yes, it is me. I'm calling you. Sridama looked around. I don't see anyone. Down here, Sridama! He looked. And there was a wonderful personality. He was golden, tinged with red. He was wearing the clothes of a wandering mendicant. He had a very large turban on his head and a walking stick, and he was chewing pan. I said, who are you? This person said, Sridama, you don't recognize me? It's me, Dauji. Sridama said, you're too short. You can't be Dauji. Dauji was my size. How can you be Dauji? He said, I promise I'm Dauji, I'm Balaram. I'm your favorite. Well, if you're Dauji, then no one could run faster than me, than Dauji. So let's have a race around Govardhan Hill. If you can keep up with me, then I'll believe you. They ran around Govardhan Hill one time. Sridama looked, this person was still there. They ran around again, and he looked, and he was still there. They ran around a third time, and he looked, and he was still there, and then they ran around halfway a fourth time. Finally, Sridam turned around and embraced this personality. You can be none other than my Dauji. I can't believe I didn't recognize you. Where is your bluish dhoti? Where is your whitish complexion? Where have you been? Balaram Yuga. The Yugas have switched and now it is Kali Yuga. So I'm a little shorter. In fact, everyone's a little shorter. But now, I am known as a different name. I am known as Nitai. Come with me, Sri Rama. Krishna has come again. Krishna has come again. And this time, his name is Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki. Come, take my hand and we can have fun pastimes again. His personality, Sri Rama thought, no, better I go back into my cave. He said, no, come with me. I promise everything will be happy for you. He said, no, I don't trust it. I said, why? Well, to come with you, I'd have to take a birth in another womb, and these Kali Yuga wombs are not situated for me. Nitai said, don't worry. Just change your dress a little. We'll shrink you a little. You can keep the self-same body. Just come with me and let us have fun pastimes again. You can be my friend. Take my hand and let's go see Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And so, Sri Rama, the cowherd boy, shrunk just a little. And he became the leader of all of Nityananda's associates, who were called Gopals because they were all cowherd boys. And he became known as Abhiram Thakur. And so Nitai took him by the hand and introduced him to Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and this is Adi Guru. Nitai, no matter where we think we are hiding, no matter if we think we've been left behind in a game of hide and seek and all of our friends left us here in this material world and we don't know how to get out, Nitai will come and find us. He will call us by name and remind us of our service and say, come, take my hand. Let us go see Krishna again and just simply have fun as we all do. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Lord Balaram holds weapons, yes? A plow and a club. He rides on a grand chariot. But they say Nitai has forsaken all weapons. In Kali Yuga, Nitai has only one weapon. The weapon of his beautiful form. And with his beauty, he somehow